And welcome back to the program, Smooth 98.1, the Smooth Drive. We've got Mazino, Hauwa, and Rotus. Rotus here on the marketplace. Rotus, how are you?
Hello, everybody. Good day to you all.
Good day.
Started a new week.
Oh, yes, well, obviously.
Oh, of course. And it's, International Women's... It's the week of the women, yeah?
Well, yes, yes. So, R-E-S-P-C-T, where is my candy? My chocolate? Y'all have no respect.
We'll provide that to you in due time.
All right. Well, all you all out there, you want to join in on the conversation we're about to start right here on the marketplace, send us a message, 0809 444 0981. You can also call us up, 0144 89981.
All right, so what we got today for the marketplace?
Yeah, we're looking at the... well, of course, the president's been reelected. We're going to have to wait for his cabinet reshuffle. It's felt that there will be some slowdown in the economy over the course of time. We're in the, what is this now? We're concluding the first quarter of the year being March, going into the second quarter of the year being April, and people are turning around and saying, which sectors over the course of time are going to pick up this week?
How long did it take him the last time?
It took him 6 months.
6 months.
Took him 6, and we ended up with Solomon DeLong.
He's got four years just, and he's already told that this is kind of like his final 4 years. So I would assume that he's going to be quick about everything else.
Or he could take his time because he's not running for re-election. Doesn't care. But no, I mean, we should expect activity, but it's going to be a little slow. However, entertainment, the film sector, cinema exhibitors they're a little excited about the week that's coming in right now. A little bit of the International Women's Day flavor here. I'm so incredibly glad that I'm actually looking at box office figures for Nigeria.
Oh, great.
We don't have to talk about what's going on in America or anybody or anywhere else. I can now talk about box office figures here. So looking at what we had over the weekend. So the #1 film in Nigeria is, do you know what it is?
King of Boys?
No, that was weeks ago.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know any new movies.
It's What Men Want. Taraji P. Henson.
It's not a Nigerian movie. I was hoping.
I thought you were saying Nigerian movie. That's why.
The box office. The movies that Nigerians are watching in Nigerian cinemas.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
my bad.
This is amazing. It's done 35 million naira so far. I think its weekend gross of about 14 million. The #2 movie is Alita: Battle Angel. Another.
Ooh, I want to see that.
I saw that 2 weeks ago.
How was it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's a new trilogy that's coming out. Another female-led movie. I can't remember who stars in Escape Room, but that was another female-led movie.
It's probably a woman. It sounds like something they would create for a woman. It's like, so
that's number 3.
Panic and
number 4 is Cold Pursuits, our gentleman from Taken.
Oh, you're the one who likes to kill black people.
Yeah. That's the one we're not going to be seeing.
Well,
I thought we weren't going to be seeing, but apparently we like it.
Nigerians are watching that one too. And I'm just going to stop at number 5. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. I think this is the third or fourth.
Is that a children's movie or something?
Yeah, it's an animated film. So the top 5 films are all foreign, right? But one of them, I was talking to a few cinema insiders. Remember Business Hub? Yeah, Mr. Moses from, he came on the show.
It was very good.
Exactly, he came on the show. They are excited about another female-led movie, Captain Marvel, which is coming out on Friday. Now, here's the thing. Looking at how the last big blockbuster superhero film performed, it was Aquaman. Now that's not starring a woman, that's starring a man. Do you know how much? You say it was horrible. Do you know how much?
Can we not get more movies with a little bit more intellectual, cerebral content?
I'm not really concerned about that. It's how much money it made. Aquaman, it's business. We're talking economy here. The cinema people don't care about intellectual content. They just want to make money. If you work in the cinemas right now, you are praying to whatever God you serve that a big film comes in and brings Nigerians out to forget their economic worries, their stresses at home, whatever is going on.
Let's hope the movie also stimulates their brains to think about their economic status, their stresses at home.
Hey, you know what? I interviewed, what's her name?
I'm all for distraction, but sometimes education is necessary.
The person behind Lola and the Beat. Okay, so I asked her if she was going to make a stock market movie. Right, or a capital markets movie to at least get people thinking how the market works and so on. So something like Wall Street.
She said Nigerians aren't interested.
No, she said they're looking at it. So hopefully we can.
We're not tuned to that kind of drama. I think that's not a very good idea if you ask me. But it's something that we should have, just for the. I don't know how to put it, but
Nigerians are hungry for our own stories. Yeah, we are very hungry. Yeah, if you look at all mediums, Nigerians want to hear what's going on here, and they want to see it in terms of entertainment. They want to see it in terms of drama.
Let me ask a question now.
Yeah.
How long has Nollywood been in existence? It's been
before
over 30 years.
30 plus years. Yeah.
Now, if Nollywood hasn't gotten to that level where we can have healthy cinema viewings and people actually, we have the apps, Iroko, for instance,
right.
And they're making them. I assume
that
they're making.
Money.
Now, I don't know whether they're cataloging whether there's a record for how many people are viewing and so, and how this can be used to form a basis for our cinema, Nigerian movie cinema sector. Yes, we do have Nigerian movies in cinemas, but you'd find out that when people go to cinemas, they want to see Aquaman over Lola and the Beat.
Well, no,
it's Lara and the Beat, guys.
Okay.
But I should point this out though. You mentioned Nigerian movies have made money here though. King of Boys, you mentioned that.
Is anybody reporting this?
I don't have the figures. They have the figures though. King of Boys made about 200
million.
Now
my point is, why is it that the Nigerian audience doesn't care as much as not that they don't care at all, but they don't care as much as they do for the foreign movies? Well, now, if I'm a movie director, I would like to.
But is that what we're discussing? I thought we were discussing the economics of it.
This is the economics of it.
Well, Mazino has a point though, because the more quality Nigerian films are made, the more money.
I will take from whatever these stats are, and then I'll create a movie that I know Nigerians will go to the movies to go see.
Well, I should point out, this was the top 5 for this past week. Now, when King of Boys was out, when Chief Daddy made a lot of money.
But Rotus, sorry to keep cutting in. Yeah. Isn't there like a period in which these Nollywood movies are released en masse? Don't we have like seasons for them? I mean, take last November, like when they know everyone is coming back into the country. It seems like that's when a lot of these movies are released, or around holidays.
Correct.
So because it's election period, unless they're releasing some kind of election movie, you know, everywhere is silent.
Well, no, She is coming out, and that's a Nollywood film. So She is a female-centric movie. I think it's coming out this Friday, and that's also in
post-election.
Mid Friday. Yeah. Excuse me, Saturday. So that's supposed to be, I can't remember who stars in that film, but I've been seeing lots of ads for it, and it's supposed to jive with the whole International Women's Day thing. So it's a female, and if you think about it, Genevieve's film,
Lionheart
was female-centric. It was sophisticated to a point. She was talking about taking over her father's company. Usually it's
in
the
cinemas?
Sons. Yeah. It came out. It first came out. Netflix released it.
It was a bit of a dispute,
and then it came. Yeah, there's some stuff there, but it still essentially was a decent. And for Netflix to pick that up, that was very good for our industry.
Good movie.
So yeah, most people look and say, "Oh, if Genevieve can get picked up by Netflix, maybe they're more cinema goers, filmmakers, excuse me, that will do it." But back to my question: how much did Aquaman make? Aquaman made 451 million naira, almost $500 million. It's been out for like 10 weeks.
But it's also a franchise that's existed. Like everyone, even people's dads know about Aquaman. Now, people's dads knew about Lionheart.
Right. Well, I know, right?
The comic character.
Independent film versus a franchise. But, so look, if you're one of the cinema exhibitors right now, you're like, okay, wow, we're expecting this to pull in lots of money over this coming weekend. The only issue though is, I don't know if it's an issue, but the governorship elections, that's might depress turnout.
That's what I thought.
Depress turnout, because I don't want soldiers in my car where I'm coming back from at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Exactly.
Right. But I mean, the elections.
It's gonna be a holiday. I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It should be over by 2 p.m.
Yeah, we know how should works around here.
I voted. It took me 5 hours to vote, but I was able to move around.
6.
But then it also wasn't over for the next 3 days.
Well, no, people started moving around that same day.
Oh, you're talking about moving around or it being.
Yeah. So I think as far as if people are going in the evenings or late afternoon, they should be able to go and see. And don't forget, the revenue that these companies bring in is not just tied to the films themselves. There's the add-ons, the popcorn, the drinks, taking pictures now.
Do they do merchandising with films?
I was gonna ask.
Some of them do. The only issue is, again, when you ask for merchandising, you immediately talk about whether these things can be made and manufactured here instead of being imported from overseas.
Oh, I only think of imports.
Right. So, if I want to get a Captain Marvel t-shirt, where am I going to get it from? Somebody's going to have to buy it over there. Or unless our brothers and sisters.
Our guys get to work.
They
work.
make knockoffs. But merchandising, and thank you for asking that question. Merchandising is also another revenue stream for them. But unfortunately, because of Nigeria's roadblocks, if I should say, to scaling and being able to manufacture things here, that's just not something they can depend on. So they primarily depend on the films, the popcorn, the drinks, and any other extra things that should come about. So
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna make 400. Aquaman was kind of massive, but so I don't know. Thankfully, I have
Ooh,
numbers.
it
Let me
also
200.
stars Khal Drogo. Now,
Yeah.
if we have a Nigerian actor that looks like
Ah.
Khal Drogo,
Kanayo.
who? What?
Neither of you would probably know him.
Of course we know who he is, but he does not look like nobody's Khal Drogo. He
was-
looks like you.
I
mean,
girl.
Some
you
guys,
know,
you mean like
it's a
built
different
or-
type of handsome now.
Oh my
There's this,
God.
this. Khal Drogo is like someone who's in the jungle. He's Tarzan. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Do you want to
exactly.
look like Tarzan?
Well, you see the thing when you talk about merchandising, and you also mentioned something very unique there. How you talk about the fact that the Aquaman franchise
Has
had
existed
had
for a
existed
while.
for a while. You go back to the '80s comics and everything.
Nostalgia.
Now our movies, I'm wondering why can't we tap into things that have been established for that long as well? And
Living
see
in
what-
Bondage, the remake.
You listen. That was what was on my mind.
We need a
Hauwa.
remake of that. The same
it's been 30
movie,
years,
the
make it all
same
over again.
script, just
If someone-
redone.
If someone can use the technique that we have now, the new technology and
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah,
and make it all over
Andy
again.
will really be like a ghost. Like
What
it
the
won't
Ga-
just be one of those
What's
flashes
the
like
Ghanaian-
Channels
The
TV.
Ghanaian actor, what's his name? Chris Atwell. Make him Andy this time. You know, who's Liz Benzen's character going to be this time? Let's
Ooh,
see.
ooh.
You guys are casting.
Yeah, man.
EVA Kujabo or something. That's her name, I think.
I just think it would be amazing.
Everybody would
We'll
want to
see.
see that.
They would really
Take
kill it.
advantage of
However, so we're of a certain age group, so we know about living in bondage. yes.
Oh, right.
For millennials and much younger, folks,
They don't
they
know
don't
about
count.
it.
But there's enough of us to
Exactly.
build enough
I
money
mean,
for the film.
I would take my mother to go see it, and she would absolutely appreciate
Right,
that as the
right.
point, because that was Nigeria's, very first, so to speak, introduction into Nollywood. The movie industry and the whole, part 1, part 2 thing. Everybody saw
And
it.
it's a shame technology jumped so much, because I'm sure if we were still in a CD, DVD, tape watching culture, there would be generations who would know. Like, we would be able to go back and access it, but all of those mediums are obsolete
Yeah,
pretty
no,
much,
but
and
YouTube,
it's harder.
YouTube, you can watch.
But
it
who's
on YouTube.
uploading it from DVD onto
It's
YouTube?
there. I guarantee you. Go ahead and
Someone's
do a
done
search
it.
right
I'm
now.
sure
Someone's
someone's
done
done
it.
it.
Any old stuff from back then, it's all on YouTube now. So
It's
now
only the
it's
ones
not-
from NTA that we can't find.
Talk.
Which is a shame.
Because they had
these were
the
fantastic.
best programming.
Yes,
Right,
Village
back in the
Headmaster,
Oh,
the new
yeah.
Masquerade,
Programming.
Yeah.
everything.
Tales
You
by
can't
Moonlight.
Find them in Tales by Moonlight. Why don't we have a modern version?
You know,
Why is TV for children in Nigeria a thing you have to beg for? Nobody's actually doing content. for
Because
children.
Momo is busy doing it on YouTube
That's
for all the
dangerous, you
children.
see. That's
Bad
dangerous.
By the way, there was a brand of soap, OMO. You guys used to use that?
Super Blue
Omo, what do you mean?
Okay, well, I was
OMO?
like,
Washes
I didn't want Sonia to
even
send
brighter,
I
and
didn't
it
want Sonia to
shows.
send, an invoice. But
I
wow,
just
how
sang-
I think I just went deaf in my left ear. But anyway,
You get the point.
He Tuesday Budaya. I remember him
No,
doing.
no,
an
that
Omo.
was elephant.
Was that elephant?
Anya.
Oh, I
That
thought it
was
was
elephant.
Omo. Okay, well, so
Well,
elephant-
Either way,
probably
it's
3
stuck.
invoices for you, and just 1 for me.
And 0 for me.
Let's do a break, however.
Let's
houses.
do that. We'll be right back on The Smooth Drive. Don't go anywhere.
See elephant.
Because elephant
Mixed
is
it up.
Anya.
My friend's dad directed that. Kemi, I did.